My lord, I am for the petitioner, my lord. Your lordship is hearing this issue, my lord, for the last 2 days. Here, my lord, there is a slight factual difference between the matter, my lord, where Mr. Ahmed, my lord, submitted. Factual difference is, my lord, all these petitioners are TET 2023 qualified, not TET 2022. My lord, they participated in TET 2023, as your lordship knows, also delivered a judgment as a pursuing candidate. So, my lord, as a pursuing candidate, they appeared in TET 2023. They were allowed to participate by the board after, my lord, TET 2023.
Pursuing which course?
My lord,
Pursuing which course?
DLA, Diploma in Elementary Education.
So,
My lord, it is a qualification on lordship knows for primary.
so you have passed that.
No, that is the issue. I have passed TET thereafter. And I have
TET for appearing in TET, what qualification is required?
my lord, for appearing in TET, qualification is higher secondary, 50% in higher secondary. My lord, you have to be diploma in elementary education or a pursuing candidate of diploma in elementary education for primary. I had HS, my lord. My lord, I have HS and I am pursuing, and your lordship has already passed a judgment that pursuing candidates can appear in TET. My lord, I was allowed to participate in the TET. My results were declared. I was declared qualified by the board. Now, my lord, there cannot be any dispute whether I have passed it, whether I had the qualification to appear in the TET. Board has accepted my qualification and they have allowed me to participate. I have passed. Now, my lord, in 2023, my lord, I enrolled myself in the course of Diploma in Elementary Education. It's a 2 years course, my lord, and the module of the course, my lord, are fixed by National Council for Teacher Education regulations.
Results awaited.
Results awaiting. My lord, when your lordship is well aware of the facts, I will not elaborate and waste your lordship's time, my lord. I am a 2023-25 batch. It was due to be completed by 30th of June of 2025. We were released from our hostel and from our institutions.
Page
But
number?
thereafter, my lord, what happened?
Page number of the writ petition?
My lord, the release order.
Okay, you'll be filing any AP opposition to the CAN application?
No, my lord, I have not filed any opposition to the CAN.
You'll file that?
No, it will take time, my lord. I will not. If your lordship allows them after hearing, allows them, it will not, my lord.
Okay.
If your lordship hear them, but since 9th is the last date, my lord, let it.
Can you allow me? Can you allow my application?
First hear them, my lord. What is their cause of action? It's not about.
When my learned friend is not opposing the
No, I am
application.
opposing. I am
Oh.
saying that I am not filing in opposition. Page 300. My lord, 316 is the release order.
Yes.
My lord, thereafter what happened? My lord, on 25th of September 2025, the board issued a preliminary notification that we are going to conduct a recruitment drive. Immediately thereafter, my lord, I filed this writ petition and I moved this writ petition before the vacation bench. My lord, the vacation bench, orally it was submitted that this is not a recruitment, it has not yet started, and the vacation bench was pleased to made it after the reopening of the court by passing an order, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, this recruitment notification was published of November 19th, my lord. So, my lord, I have taken out this first supplementary affidavit. I have taken out the supplementary affidavit, my lord, annexing the second recruitment notification. Since it was after my filing of the writ petition, it was there. Copy তোমরা নাওনি, আমরা এখন দিয়ে দিই। নেয়নি, কোর্টের অর্ডার ছিল না বলে তোমরা নাওনি, কৌশিক দেবে। হ্যাঁ, তাই জন্যই আগে দিয়ে নিচ্ছি। This is the recruitment notification. Thereafter, my lord, what happened? This matter I mentioned before your lordship, and your lordship has this now is taking up this matter. My issue, my lord, is I am admittedly 23-25 DLED candidate. My examinations have been completed. After filing of this writ petition, what was my prayer in the writ petition? That you complete the part 2 examination and publish the result before publication of the final advertisement. This was my prayer because it was filed before the publication. My lord, immediately after filing of the writ petition, board took the endeavor, my lord, to complete the part 2 examination. They completed the part 2 examination, my lord, that I have pleaded in my supplementary. Thereafter, my lord, after completion, they ought to have published the result. But what they did, they published the recruitment notification, thereby depriving us, my lord. It's, my lord, in a recruitment, I say it is a violation of Article 16, my lord. Everybody should have an equal and fair opportunity in public employment. And if such opportunity is denied because of deliberate and intentional latches on the part of the Article 12 authorities, my lord, a candidate cannot be made to suffer. My lord, why I am saying it's a deliberate and intentional latches? Second supplementary. My lord, kindly take this supplementary affidavit. I have taken a chart. A copy টা আরেকটা supplementary. ও এটা আমাদের
এটা পাইনি।
তুমি এখনো পাবে না। My lord, kindly take my second supplementary affidavit.
Why second? Why second?
My lord, second is I have prepared a chart and in documents showing that this is not the first time. From 2012, my lord, when this diploma elementary education started, from 2012 they are delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. So it is not because of COVID, it is because of their intentional and deliberate negligence, my lord. To demonstrate that, I prepared a chart along with the documents that it is their deliberate intention. My lord, if your lordship kindly comes to my second supplementary affidavit, page 3. Page 3, the thinner one, my lord. Page 3.
Yes.
My lord, page 3, my lord, I have prepared a chart. Kindly see session. DLED session 2012-2014. Completion was 36-2014. And kindly see notice of publication of the examination of league result 28-4-2015. Everywhere. Session 2013-2015. Completion, my lord, 36-2015. It was completed in 2016. Session 14-16, 15-17, every time, my lord. So it's not one time that because of COVID, we are being unable to complete. And my lord, if your lordship kindly comes to page 5 onwards, all the supporting documents I have annexed from 2012, the chart I have prepared. So my lord, my submission is, it is a deliberate and intentional act to frustrate, my lord, the regulation of NCT and the statute mandate of NCT that you have to complete it within a period of 2 years, my lord, thereby causing grave prejudice to the candidates. Okay. My lord, your lordship has already been shown that board is bound to complete within 2 years. NCT regulation says it is at page 317 of my writ petition. My lord, at 2 duration. Your lordship will find that clause 2 duration. Page 317. So, my lord, it is a mandate clause 2, my lord. 2.1 rather, my lord. It's 2.1 duration. My lord, NCT being the regulatory and academic authority, the board is bound by NCT regulations and they cannot flout the NCT regulations, thereby causing prejudice to candidates, and candidates cannot be made to suffer for no fault on their part. My lord, another thing, my lord, it has been very exhaustively placed the judgment of Showman Pal, my lord. I will not place this exactly. If your lordship, just for your lordship's noting, your lordship kindly remember paragraph 21 of the judgment where it has been interpreted. Achha. My lord, your lordship has the judgment, or I am not. I will have
Put it in this also.
No.
Because that is separate.
My lord, paragraph 21 has interpreted, my lord. It's an SCC online copy, my lord. My lord, paragraph 21, your lordship has already been shown paragraph 21 interpreting rule 6, my lord. I am not placing it and wasting your lordship's time. Now, my lord, one thing I would like to submit, my lord. We have completed 23-25 batch. My lord, we have completed the course, let us say on June 30, 2025. We have completed. Now, my lord, suppose results are published in 2027. Let us take a situation, my lord. In 2027, results are published. My lord, from which date will a candidate be considered as DLED pass? From 2027 or from the date of completion of the course? My lord, if I put this question to myself, my lord, the law is settled. My lord, a course I will be considered as DLED from the retrospectively from the date of completion of my examination, not from the date of publication of the result. In this aspect, my lord, law is settled. Your lordship knows very well. In several, my lord, higher pay scales matter. My lord, date of examination is considered to be the date of getting the higher pay scale, not the date of publication of the result. Now, my lord, before publication of the advertisement, my course was completed. The results are awaiting. So, in any event, when the results will be published, my lord, I will be considered as trained from the date when my course was completed, not from the date when the results were published. So, my lord, if I am allowed to sit for the examination and my results are published, it will not be a case that I have acquired the qualification after the recruitment process was initiated. My lord, another thing, my lord, your lord, so the Honorable Supreme Court has, my lord, interpreted Rule 6 that what should be the last date, my lord. My lord, and the Supreme Court has laid down the principle in similar facts and circumstances, with only difference, my lord, I must point this out to your lordship, that previously, my lord, the board issued in their notification that they were going to allow pursuing candidate, but in this case they have not. But my lord, be that as it may, since that notification was set aside by the division bench, Supreme Court was considering afresh whether that inclusion that can be included in the notification, that when a course is not completed within the stipulated time, whether such candidate can be allowed to sit in the examination. The principle has been laid down by the Supreme Court in Showman Pal, my lord, and the principle is not disputed even by the board. Yesterday I heard Mr. Shanal submitted that we are bound by the principles of the Supreme Court, whatever they have stated. But factually it is different. Factually, my lord, it is not. Even we are in a better footing, my lord, since our part 2 examination is over. And if the results are published, my lord, we shall be declared DLED qualified from the date of completion of the course, not from the date of publication of the result, my lord. These are the on facts, my lord. My lord, yesterday when your lordship was rising, I heard Mr. Ghosh submitted that when I participate in TET 2023, my lord, I was not a pursuing candidate.
Getting that, I'll come.
My lord, since it was submitted, my lord, I say they are not the authority, they are the candidates. They are also participating in the recruitment process, and my lord, Article 16 prohibits that they cannot say the zone of consideration will be increased. It is for the board to decide who is eligible and who is not eligible. Board has allowed the petitioners to sit in the TET 2023. Board has declared those petitioners as state 2023 qualified. Once board being the appropriate authority under the Right to Education Act, my lord, they cannot, any individual cannot question whether my TET 2023 is valid or not. It is for the board to decide. Board has allowed me to participate. Board has declared me qualified. It's now nobody, they are nobody to question my eligibility for TET, whether I am eligible to sit in TET or not, my lord. My lord, otherwise I adopt the submission of Mr.
But I filed an application.
My lord, my service and my court fees, my lord.
But I served copy upon the all. No matter, I came to your lordship and filed this application twofold now. That it is an
application to go. Can I application file for you? When did you file the application?
but I filed it. And may I give you the exact date? Oh, very good. Did the 1 week back, almost a week back. On 26th of November, I filed.
Give a copy so that we can continue. In the meantime, they will bring you. What onion in can do?
Number, the petitioner before your lordship is a intending candidate for the recruitment process. But a recruitment process where an eligibility criteria has been prescribed by the board, which is TET qualification is one of the essential qualifications. It is duty cast upon the board to look to see that all the candidates who are appearing in the interview should have processed the proper education qualification. When board fails to do their job, fails to look into the fact that whether a person or a candidate is eligible or not, this is upon me, who are the aspiring candidate, has the every authority to come before this court and challenge the illegality and inaction of the board. That look, you have allowed someone who is not eligible, so you cancel this candidate. But in this case, why I filed this application? Admittedly, the writ petitioners appeared in the TET 2020. Admittedly, they obtained a certificate. Now the question is, even I obtained a certificate, suppose I obtained a certificate from a university or college, it is looking to it is not a certificate that I have passed particular examination or passed particular subject, but it is also required to look into whether I am entitled to appear in the examination. The fellowship kindly look in just 2-3 pages. And if you kindly come to page 49. What is the eligibility of the TET? Page 49. Not got it? Can one. But this is a guideline issued by the NCT. May I read the eligibility? The following person shall be eligible for appearing in the TET. A person who has acquired the academic and professional qualification specified in the NCT notification dated 23rd August 2010. There is no query along that. A person who is pursuing any of the teacher education courses recognized by the specified in the NCT notification dated 23rd August 2010. Madam, I'm eligible to that. What is wrong? একটা objection হচ্ছে যে being a candidate in the examination, I have no right to challenge the candidature of others.
Lord, may I? Listen,
Nothing. Just I'm eligible to that.
Lord, yesterday, Lord, I submitted that in any selection process, Lord, there's a class of person, Lord, whom we can call aspirants. Lord, there are aspirants who fulfill all the criterions, Lord, and they actually apply, expressing their willingness to participate in a process. Lord, they become candidates. And then, Lord, to assess the eligibility criteria being fulfilled by the candidates, Lord, there is, Lord, the employer. Now these, my lord, are the stakeholders in any selection process. But today, my lord, an aspirant has a right to challenge, my lord, the selection process, saying that, my lord, the rules are unconstitutional, my lord, saying that they have been.
Leave, my lord. The examination date 2023 notification was published in the month of September 2023, my lord, and we have the documents. If your lordship wants, all of us have taken admission to DLED colleges before that date, my lord. I have the documents.
Demonstrate, man. That will demonstrate. From the Malad authority will demonstrate. At that point of time, they were not eligible.
They have allowed me to sit for the examination,
Not allowing Malad the right.
and they have declared their result. And my lord, another thing, whether I am TET qualified or not, and if I participate in the recruitment process, at the time of verification, they can reject me. Not here, not taking this ground.
Malad, there is no question of Malad verification at the time of day. There was an online portal. Malad,
So anybody can
whoever
participate.
applied, Malad, given Malad the admit card downloaded from the Malad official website of the board, Malad they appear.
Anybody will apply, board will issue
At the time of, because Malad TET is the eligibility. Suppose your lordship Malad today Malad I have got the Malad certificate of TET. Malad tomorrow when the recruitment notification or the employment notification will be Malad advertised, Malad I will Malad participate in the recruitment. Malad I have to also show the Malad the one of the qualification TET. Malad then Malad the authority is Malad the verify Malad everything.
Yes, very good. My lord, I will be allowed to participate in the TET. Thereafter, at the time of verification, they will verify my TET certificate.
No.
Not at this stage, not at here.
Definitely, Malad, if it is threshold, Malad, it is Malad identified that it is not qualified.
So what prompted
Clear
you?
result, my lord.
Why did you issue the certificate then?
Yes.
Malad, I'll answer your lordship.
That means, my lord, anybody, even I, my lord, one, will apply for the TET. They will issue me admit card. They will issue me results. If anybody can. Tom, Dick and Harry can apply in the advertisement, and there is, my lord. Now it shows, my lord, the nexus between the board and these candidates. My lord, kindly consider this. Sorry, sir.
ঠিক আছে, বলেন। Now, my lord, as I was submitting, my lord, even an aspirant, my lord, has a right, my lord, to avail, my lord, the selection process, saying that had the rules been in conformity with the constitutional framework, my lord, he would have possibly got a chance to participate. Today, we are posed with, my lord, such a situation where aspirants, my lord, have come before my lord. My lord, they ask for, my lord, being allowed to participate in the selection process. The grievance is that they are not being permitted, or their apprehension is that they would not be permitted to participate. So, my lord, we are today landed up with, my lord, an admission that the petitioners are not being permitted or would not be permitted. And, my lord, the applicants before my lord, they fulfill all the criterion. And if these aspirants are not permitted, then the entire piece of loaf, the entire piece of bread would be distributed amongst, my lord, us, the eligible candidates, and the aspirants don't get anything out of it, because it is only we who would be considered.
And what is your locus in filing this application?
Now, I am coming to that. So the entire piece of loaf, my lord, would be only, my lord, shared amongst those who are the eligible candidates. But today, if the zone of consideration is increased at the behest of
Yes.
candidates, my lord, who are ineligible, then, my lord, the loaf of bread, my lord, gets shared. As stakeholders in the selection process, my lord, I have a right, my lord, to protect, my lord, the expanse of the selection process, so that it does not spill over to include within its embrace those candidates who are ineligible, and, my lord, undeservingly they sneak into the selection process and snatch away a piece of that loaf. Now, my lord,
For that reason, the board is there.
now the kindly sees, I shall not demonstrate, and it has been demonstrated before my lord.
No, the applicant cannot act as an observer of the board.
Not it is not that. It is the applicants are only protecting their own rights. Why? Because, my lord, I shall, my lord, show to my lord that, my lord, it is the board is not, my lord, performing, my lord, seamlessly. The board is not performing seamlessly. It was shown yesterday to my lord. Lord, I shall again demonstrate to my lord today. Lord, there are flaws. I don't say Lord whether it is a collusive act of the board. I would not say, but the counsel for the board Lord himself submitted. My lord kindly recollects that there is a lot of debris which requires to be removed. Lord, where has this debris come from? Lord, I say I cannot leave Lord my fate in the hands of the board if the board is permitting undeserving candidates to sneak in the domain, in the territory which is to be exclusively occupied by one of us. Now kindly see on the face of records, I shall show that these candidates they do not have any right to participate in this selection process.
In the date itself, due to the fault of the board. That's why
A second. Now, my lord, why do I say that? Because, my lord, these candidates, they did not have any right to participate in the TET. The TET degree is vitiated. They participated in the TET examination citing that they are pursuing candidates. Pursuing what? Pursuing DLED. Now, kindly, my lord, for a moment takes up my application. Lord, kindly sees, my lord, page 49, my learned junior was showing to my lord. But these are the guidelines. The NCT guidelines, my lord would find it starts from page 48. 49 is the guidelines for conducting. Lord, kindly sees eligibility at the bottom. Lord, kindly sees 5II. A person who is pursuing any teacher education course recognized by NCTE
Yes.
or RCI as the case may be specified in NCT notification dated 23rd August 2010.
Yes.
So they would be permitted. Now, my lord, kindly comes to page 67. Lord, this is 4th of August 2022. Now, kindly sees, my lord, the Honorable Supreme Court has explained what does the word pursuing means in the context of TET. Kindly sees, I am directed to refer to your letter number so and so on the subject cited above and to say that the civil appeal number so and so was disposed of by the Honorable Supreme Court with a order dated so and so. The operative para of the said order is as under. As per dictionary meaning, the word pursuing means undergoing and or proceeding further. Therefore, a candidate who has been admitted in any of the TTC and undergoing the teacher training course can be said to be pursuing such teacher training course and shall be eligible to appear in the TET examination, irrespective of the fact that whether by the last date specified for filling up the online form for TET examination, he has in fact appeared in the examination of the concerned teacher training course and the result is awaited. So he should be admitted. But the criterion of pursuing is that I should take an admission, I should be deemed to be continuing with the course. Then kindly sees, my lord, skip over, my lord, this part of it. Then 8.4, therefore it is clear that respective appellants herein whose appointments were eligible to appear in TET examination at the time they were pursuing the concerned TTC. Then kindly sees the next paragraph. It is clear from the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India that a candidate who has been admitted in any of the TTC and undergoing the teacher training course can be said to be pursuing such teacher training course, and a fair reading of clause 5.2 of NCT guidelines. A person who has been admitted in TTC and is pursuing, she can appear in TET examination. Now, my lord, 5.2, my lord, I indicated to my lord just now. Now, kindly sees, my lord, page 54.
Yes.
Lord, this is dated 13th of September 2023. Lord, kindly sees, this is pertaining to holding the teacher eligibility test 2023. Now, my lord, kindly sees, my lord, eligibility for applying in TET. Then, my lord, kindly sees, my lord, pursuing, my lord, candidates, my lord, are also permitted at the bottom. Pursuing, persons who are pursuing DLED. Then sees, candidate who will acquire minimum eligibility criteria beyond the date of publication of this notification will not be entertained for applying in TET 2023. Now, my lord, kindly, my lord, comes to page 69. But that would be the last annexure.
Yes.
But this is 8th September 2023.
8th November.
8th November 2023. Kindly sees in terms of notification dated so and so and subsequent notifications time to time by the board, it is further to notify for all concerned that the merit list of candidates applied for admission in 2-year DLED course session 23-25 are being forwarded through the institute login for the use of institutes along with necessary guidelines. Lord, I pause here for a moment. Lord, what is, Lord, the purport of this? Lord, online applications are made. Lord, they are processed. Rejected are rejected. Those which are considered, Lord, would be sent to the board. The board would prepare a merit list. Merit list would be published. Admissions will happen. Lord, I read, Lord, what is being sent? The merit list of candidates applying for admission in 2-year DLED course session 23-25. That was sent on 8th November 2023. Then all the heads of DLED institutes are instructed to take appropriate measure for admission of candidates in session 2023-25 in strict maintenance of the enclosed guidelines. So any action in pursuance of this merit list for admission in session 23-25 happens only after 8th November 2023. So anyone, Lord, who is admitted after 8th September 2023, 8th November 2023, Lord, he cannot, Lord, declare that he is a pursuing candidate on 13th September 2023. Now kindly, Lord, comes back to the date of the TET notification, page 54. You kindly sees the date, 13th September 2023.
Last line. Candidate who will acquire minimum.
And the last two lines, Lord, in bold are very important, that any candidate who attains qualification after the date, beyond the date of publication, is not eligible. So they were not eligible. ওরা কিভাবে ফর্মটা ফিল আপ করেছে না না ফিল আপ করলো কিভাবে?
ও সেটা তো আমরা বোর্ড দেখাতে পারবো। ওরা পার্সিং দেখে গেছে।
But there was a earlier notification on 17th August.
That is এই তো notification.
Lord, I hand up to my lord.
Entire notification আছে।
Lord, kindly sees. Lord, this is a bunch of entire notification. Lord, kindly sees. एक second. Notification है क्या था copy that? Lord, notification for online admission in 2-year DLED course, regular for the session 23-25 in institutes recognized by NCTE and affiliated to West Bengal Board of Primary Education.
Yes.
Now, kindly see, my lord, the next page. এখানে কি দেখাতে হবে?
For admission. এটা দেখা। Oh, thank you.
Lord, kindly sees the next page. Lord, kindly sees schedule of admission. Kindly see the process of applying online, including submission along with uploading of scanned copies of following documents, shall start from 8/8/2023 and continue till 9/9/23.
Date advertisement was published on 30th by 9:23.
Please, if I falter, do indicate.
Notice.
This is only for the sake of information.
ইনফরমেশন অ্যাডমিশন হচ্ছে আফটার 8 নভেম্বর। আর তুমি যদি অ্যাডমিট না হও তুমি টেট বসতে পারবে না। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য নোটিফিকেশন এন্ড দ্য জাজমেন্ট অফ দ্য সুপ্রিম কোর্ট।
এই সময়টায় এগুলো নেওয়া হচ্ছিল না,
এখানে নোটিফাই করে যে কি করে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন নেবে,
এইগুলো তখন নেওয়া হচ্ছিল না,
না
অনলাইন গুলো
না অনলাইন নেওয়া চলছিল
চলছিল।
ফর্মটা এক্সটেন্ড করলো 8 9 এক্সটেন্ড করে গেল।
Now, my lord, kindly, your sees, my lord, this would kindly see the schedule of admission on the second page.
Yes.
Now, my lord, kindly sees, my lord, the last paragraph starting with the words the submitted online filled in application forms along with scanned copies of documents mentioned above will be forwarded to the institute selected by the applicant for scrutiny, verification and authentication. So along with the form, beloved, they were under an obligation to also, beloved, upload the scanned copies of the documents for all else, beloved, also for that they are pursuing.
Yes.
Now kindly see, my lord, this date, the last date, my lord, would find on the next page. Lord, was extended by a notification dated 8th September 2023. Lord, kindly comes to the notification dated 8th September 2023.
Where is that?
Lord, it is in the same bunch. A flag করে দিয়া দাও নি সুবিধা
Yes.
Lord, kindly sees this is an extension of duration for online admission for 2-year DLED course 23-25.
Yes.
This was again, my lord, extended. Next page, 18th September 2023.
Yes.
And then next page, 27th September 2023. Now, my lord, kindly comes to the next page. Lord, this is 13th October 2023. Pertaining to scrutiny verification, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Pertaining to scrutiny verification of online applications.
Yes, sir.
With a memo number so and so and subsequent notifications issued from time to time by the board, it is hereby further notified to all the heads of the concerned DLED institutes to complete the pending scrutiny work of the applications submitted by the applicants for admission in 2-year DLED course 2023-25 within 16th October 2023. Now, this was, my lord, preceded by, my lord, 13th September 2023. I indicated to my lord. After this verification, then, my lord, comes the document, my lord, which I indicated to my lord is also contained on the next page, which is 8th November 2023. This document is a part of my application also.
After they are selected, now the admission will be done.
Yes. So, my lord, these, my lord, memoranda, my lord, collectively read, they say that the process, my lord, initiated on 17th August 2023, my lord, the timeline extended. Thereafter, TET notification issued on the 13th September 2023. The institutes were, my lord, asked to, my lord, verify. Thereafter, my lord, the merit list was prepared, and in adherence to the merit list, the admissions would happen after 8th November 2023. My lord was saying that there is, my lord, the board who would look after, that no, my lord, ineligible candidate sneaks in. Now, kindly sees, my lord, all these petitioners, they, my lord, were successful in hoodwinking the board, or if I may say, in collusively acting with the board, they somehow got admission. And they got admission by representing themselves as pursuing candidates.
They appeared in the date.
They appeared in TET declaring themselves to be pursuing candidates, pursuing DLED, whereas they were not even admitted. In such view of the fact, kindly sees that this form,
Last page.
kindly sees this is one of the format of this is I'm sorry.
Started there.
Pursuing.
না এটা থাকবেই ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল বোর্ড এটা হবে 23 মাস এখানটা পার্সেন্ট আরো
এই ফর্মটা আলাদা।
What is this?
Yes. Now, kindly see is this is a standard format of the online application. For TET. Kindly see is online application form for teachers eligibility test 2023. Now, my lord would find there are various heads. Personal details in academic qualification. Kindly comes to the head with indicating training qualification. Now, my lord kindly sees the columns. They say name of examination course, course affiliated, examination body affiliating, then session. My lord would find 2023, 2025. And then kindly sees the next column, past, appeared, or pursuing. So here they must have declared themselves as pursuing because they have not passed. That is not their case. Appeared is not their case. They are pursuing candidates as on the date of declaration of the TET notification 13th September. I would only invite my lord to look into the documents which my learned friend would show as to whether they were pursuing candidates within the meaning of the Honorable Supreme Court's decision, as notified by NCTE, the academic authority under the RTE Act, to determine what is the eligibility criteria. And kindly see the next page of this form. The candidate is warned that in the event if there is any misrepresentation,
Yes.
the certificate would be cancelled. The candidature would be cancelled, the certificate would be cancelled.
Now the certificate bank.
A second. Now, in respect of these candidates, the result that the certificates have not yet been granted, so cancellation of certificate would not arise. Today, my lord would only see as to whether they misrepresented in appearing in the TET examination.
Results of TET 2023 was out. It has been declared.
Yes,
It has been declared, my lord. We have been declared.
They say that they have been qualified.
yes, they have been. That is the collusion that I indicate to my lord. My lord was saying that there is a sentinel, the board, which will see that everything happens lawfully, seamlessly, and that no ineligible candidate sneaks in. I indicate to my lord. This is how thousands of candidates who were ineligible to take the TET examination in terms of 13th September 2023 have taken the examination and the board has declared them to be passed.
Now they came before this court to allow them to.
Order over কিছু নিয়ে order over
And now they are claiming before this court. Wait. Wait.
হয়ে গেছে 2 মিনিট।
Yes.
Now, on the basis of this misrepresentation, they appeared, my lord, they got qualification, and now they are before my lord. My lord, saying that we are qualified, now we were permitted to participate in the recruitment process. I say that at the very inception, you have caused misrepresentation. You are not entitled, not eligible to appear in the TET examination 2023. Hence, my lord, the proviso there to my lord, which says that it would be cancelled, my lord, that should be invoked by the board. The boards could scrutiny this, my lord. It possibly evaded their eyes in the first verification and scrutiny. Now, if my lord, a candidate, my lord, fraudulently obtains, my lord, an eligibility criteria, my lord, I say, my lord, can he take any benefit of, my lord, such fraud or misrepresentation? Misrepresentation is a species of fraud. All this is not going to affect those, my lord, whose bona fide entitlement is under consideration by the board.
And board, without taking any steps.
That's all.
And the board, without taking any steps, my lord, is sitting tight over it. This shows that the board, my lord, has given a tacit approval. A tacit approval, my lord, to the fraud, my lord.
What is your submission?
Yes.
Mr. Sanal will not submit my as a whole matter last officer matter yesterday or last matter Mr. Sanal
Oh,
submit
which
that
is the other matter?
that he has some difficulty matter.
My lord, only one reply to Miss my learned senior friend's submission. My lord, your lordship, they have already, yes, before your lordship, the model form of the TET application, my lord. Here, my lord, the board has consciously, my lord, take a situation, I am not a 20, 23, 25 pursuing. I may not even take an admission, but the drop box, my lord, was up to 2023-25. From 2024 session was not even allowed to enter. The drop box was not there. The drop box for pursuing was only up to 2023, 2025, not 2024 onwards. So any candidate, even take a situation, I want to participate in TET.
So, sir, see, the definition of pursuing as has been held by the Honorable Supreme Court,
Is
we
stated.
cannot go beyond that.
Yes, man.
It's in clear terms says that the candidate who has been admitted. Now, in your case, it is to be examined whether on the date you were admitted or not. That gives the definition of what pursuing is.
What pursuing is, my lord, these are the documents. Firstly,
Okay, I have heard you. Ashun,
and my lord, another thing, my lord,
you will get your chance to reply after the board
my lord,
completes, huh?
my lord, let this be take.
What is this?
This, my lord, the admissions I have taken before. If it is required, my lord, I will.
Okay, we find out. After the board makes its submission, we can take it.
Fine.
Can one of 20 affidavit of service? Can one of 2025?
Already served, my lord, upon all. I have not prepared.
It has been served, Mr. Dasgupta.
I have served upon all, my lord.
Can one of 2025? This is an application for addition of party. These are all candidates of this particular advertisement. They are candidates.
Yes.
The applicants are candidates in respect of the recruitment process, recruitment of primary school teachers. Where is the notification?
My lord, the take notification, my lord,
54.
No,
54.
primary assistant to the assistant teachers in primary school. Assistant teacher in primary school pertaining to notification dated 25th September 2025. Learned advocate for the petitioner, Mr. Piyush Chaturvedi, learned advocate for the petitioner, applicants, contains that the petitioners in the writ petitions, though have appeared in the TET 2023 and has succeeded, but there is suppression of the fact that they were pursuing candidate at that point of time.
They are not.
They were not.
They were not.
They were not pursuing.
কেন হ্যাঁ পড়ুন একবার জোরে পড়ে দিন
But there is suppression of the fact
The right of the applicant is prejudiced if the candidates, being the petitioners in the writ petitions, are allowed to participate in the recruitment process on the basis of their state 2023 qualification, which is obtained allegedly by misrepresentation and fraudulent act. Thus, the present applicants are necessary party in the present writ petition. He seeks for implement of the applicants as necessary parties. On the contrary, Mr. Sudip Dasgupta, Sudipto Dasgupta, learned advocate appearing for the opposite party's petitioners, submits that the petitioners, being successful in TET 2023, has approached this court so that they may be allowed to participate in the recruitment process. The applicants cannot be said to be prejudiced if the opposite party petitioners are allowed to participate in the recruitment process. He seeks for dismissal of the application. It is not in dispute that the applicants are the parties, candidates who have already participated in the ongoing recruitment process. The applicants herein has raised a pertinent question as to the eligibility of the petitioners pertaining to their qualification in TET 2023. In light of the above, this court finds that they are necessary parties. Accordingly, the applicants are impleaded as respondent numbers
8 to 11.
8 to 11 in the writ petition. Learned advocate for the petitioner is directed to hand over a copy of the writ petition along with its annexures to the learned advocate for the applicants. Can 1 of 2025 stands disposed of. Mr. বিশ্বাস?
one day you know. Will not take
Ah, yeah.
mailed everything was done, respect
Okay.
for just leading
Retake করে দিন. Supplementary affidavits. 2 supplementary affidavits have been filed on behalf of the petitioners, which is taken on record. Copy served upon learned advocate for the West Bengal Board of Primary Education. আর ওখানে learned advocate for the petitioner is also directed to hand over copy of the supplementary affidavit to the learned advocate for added respondents. You also give a supplement copy of the supplementary affidavit. It will come up on Monday.
One thing, my lord, the amendment, since there are a number of my lord, amendment may be called
number.
okay, my lord, we will do it. My lord, another thing, subject to correction in the application, my lord, subject to correction, they have nowhere stated that they have participated in
Yes,
the
yes,
recruitment.
I have stated.
That may be recorded in that.
Yes, I have stated.
देखिए ना
Not
otherwise eligible বলেছে
হ্যাঁ সব বলা আছে, সব দেওয়া আছে।
I said that I am otherwise eligible. I fulfill what
They have not participated,
Please, but
but they have no right.
I'm
They
sorry.
have to participate.
Give me 2 minutes.
My lord, let them show. My lord, then this application is not maintainable, my lord. If they have not applied on the date of
Kindly see page 36, paragraph 20.
page 36,
Paragraph 20.
eligible করে দাও।
eligible, my lord.
Yes, they will be eligible to participate, not participate, eligible to participate.
You have taken
Paragraph 20 থেকে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজটা নিয়ে নাও। 8 the first hour is the other. Orders to আছে. Mr. Sannal has not come today.
Yes, some personal difficulty. But yesterday, indicated your lordship,
My lord, Monday at the top because Tuesday is the last date. Whatever may wait.
every day your lordship has placed in the top of the list.
No, no, just
we have never paid
Take it. Okay, on Monday.
Okay.
my lord at 10:30.
Deeply obliged.
Even if you have a right, if crosses 9, then no issue. That will be adjudicated by this court.
My
Until last date is not the factor.
My-
Factor is whether they have right or not. We will have to-